Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a film that recently came to streaming. The movie that I'm referring to is the 2025 film Happy Gilmore 2, directed by Kyle Newacek. So I was a huge Adam Sandler fan in the 90s. So I loved Billy Madison and I absolutely loved Happy Gilmore. So when I heard that this one was coming out, I was both excited but also very hesitant. Let me tell you about the concept for this movie before I go into my review of it. It once again stars the main character of Happy Gilmore. It's been years and years later since the events of the first film. So it did appear that Happy and Virginia did end up getting married and had a bunch of boys and one daughter. Happy even continued his career as a golf pro. But unfortunately, one day he was hitting the ball really hard and it struck Virginia in the head, and unfortunately, she did not make it. We then skip ahead in time a little bit, where Happy Gilmore is a full on alcoholic, but he is still trying to take care of his family. At this point in his career, Happy has completely given up on golf. His boys, for the most part, have found their own way in life. His daughter, however, though, has shown a great aptitude towards ballet, and her instructor has even said that she's good enough to go to a very well established school. The problem with this is that it's going to be very expensive for her to be able to go. So Happy eventually makes the realization that the only way he's going to be able to afford this school is by getting back into golf and winning those tournaments. Happy's enemies in this film are not just his alcoholism and depression. There's also a reappearance of Shooter McGavin and a new type of golf called Maxi that is trying to eliminate the original version of golf. So, as I mentioned earlier, I was very excited to see this one. I will say it unfortunately did not live up to the hype that I had for it in my own mind. I really had no issue with the characters and for the most part the plot. I also didn't mind all of the multitudes of cameos that showed up in the film. Those were actually really fun. But here are some of the things that I wasn't so happy about. Number one, I feel like Adam Sandler didn't fully trust his fan base. There were so many moments where they did little flashback vignettes so they could be like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, you get this part now?" When I don't know, I feel like if anyone's going to watch this movie, they would either know the first one well enough or rewatch the first one before going into this one. But there was just so many moments where it was just like, "Hey, hey, you remember this? You remember this now?" Secondly, I was not a big fan of the third act where it was all about the maxi golf thing. It really did not make much sense and was really ridiculous, in my opinion. Third, I did not like what they did with Virginia's character. If you're going to have Julie Bowen show up anyway, why not keep her around for the whole story? I mean, unless she, the actress, was having to deal with other stuff and couldn't appear in the whole movie, which I do understand, but if they could have gotten her, I feel like it would have been much better and not just killing off her character like that. And fourth, I just felt like they rehashed too many jokes without trying to come up with new ones for this one. Now, I don't feel like this was a bad movie. I did still enjoy it, I did still have fun with it, but I just have a feeling it could have been better. So, at least for me, on my scale, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. If you've already seen Happy Gilmore 2, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. And if there's any other movies coming out that you think I should watch and do a review for, please mention them in the comments.